Well, guys, I think that Donald Trump has pretty much solidified his win for the presidential election for 2024, and this comes on the heels. This is coming on the heels of the assassination attempt on Donald Trump at the Butler, Pennsylvania Donald Trump rally earlier today. Um, I don't know what it is about Donald Trump, guys, but they don't want him to be president. And they're doing everything in their power to make sure that doesn't happen. But it looks like Donald Trump's going to probably end up with a landslide victory coming in November, assuming he can make it to November. Former President Donald Trump was shot in the ear earlier today while speaking on stage, only about 5 or 6, maybe 7 minutes into his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. And of course, the incident's being investigated right now. Apparently, we're hearing reports that there was a Biden supporter that attempted to take out President Joe Biden. There was a Biden supporter that attempted to take out former President Donald Trump. And you guys, if you haven't seen my previous video where I actually show how this actually went down, it actually shows the sniper that took out the assailant, and it actually shows the location of where Donald Trump is, where the angry, deranged Biden supporter was on a rooftop. But there's also an interview of a gentleman who was there with his family, friends, whatever. They couldn't get close to Donald Trump to see him, but they were able to hear him. And they were only a few feet away from the sniper who was on the rooftop near them. A lot of folks at this point are basically saying, hey, this looks like this was a complete setup. Why wasn't the Secret Service there? The Secret Service completely dropped the ball. I'm not here to debate that today, but I do want to share some good news with you guys that it does look like Donald Trump has just gotten off of Air Force One, not Air Force One. I think he calls it Trump Force One. So here, Donald walking on his own, so this is good. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys, let you guys know that Donald Trump is doing pretty well, at least from the perspective of, he's walking on his own. He's getting off of Trump Force One. And, he looks to be in good shape considering, his life was only inches away from being taken away from him. I mean, think about it. If this bullet grazed his ear, that means that he was just a shift in wind away from catastrophe. I mean, just think if the wind had shifted just a little bit, he wouldn't be able to walk down these stairs here. If he had turned one more time to look at the board that he was referencing to his right during the rally, if he had turned his head during the wrong time, it would have been over. So very, very serious situation. But I think personally that Donald Trump has pretty much solidified his win going into 2024's presidential election. The American people are watching what's happening. The American people have watched, politicians try to essentially impeach President Joe Biden, former President Trump. They tried to impeach Trump. They tried to throw him in jail. They tried to throw all of these different fake charges at him. Look at DA Fani Willis. Look at DA Alvin Bragg. Look at all these different judges. Judge Juan Merchan. Look at Judge Scott McAfee. I mean, Jack Smith in Florida. So you've got all these cases. You've got all these different DOJ, George Soros-backed individuals coming after Donald Trump, and they thought that, hey, if we impeach him, people won't want to back him. You know, if he's impeached, then no one's going to vote for him if he tries to run for re-election. That didn't work. If we throw all these different fake charges at him, throw him in jail, soil up his name, dig up all these people who, can come up with all these different allegations against him, that will deter people from wanting to support Donald Trump. And the American people have witnessed all of this lawfare taking place. And the American people continue to support Joe Biden. I keep saying Joe Biden. The American people continue to support Donald Trump no matter what. And so the thing is, at this point, the question is, okay, if the American people want to continue to support Donald Trump, then what is the next thing that they will do to try to take him down? Right? What is the next thing that they will do to try to take Donald Trump down? And I think we witnessed this today. And unfortunately, Tucker Carlson actually predicted this not too long ago. I don't know if you guys had seen this, but I want you guys to listen to what Tucker Carlson's prediction was about this very scenario. He predicted this, I can't tell you how long ago, but take a listen to him. Let's see here. Let's turn the mute off. Listen.
They called him names. He won anyway. They impeached him twice on ridiculous pretenses. They fabricated a lot about what happened on January 6th in order to impeach him again. It didn't work. He came back. Then they indicted him. It didn't work. He became more popular. Then they indicted him 3 more times, and every single time his popularity rose. So if you begin with criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment, and none of them work, what's next? I mean, graph it out, man. We're speeding toward assassination, obviously, and no one will say that, but I don't know how you can reach that conclusion. You know what I mean? Like, they have decided.
So, yeah. Now, what he's about to say right now is really critical, because there's something about what Donald Trump knows or stands for that they cannot allow to take place here in America. Now, listen to what Tucker Carlson is about to reveal, because this really says a lot. It says a lot, guys. What is it about Donald Trump? What is he about to do? What is it that they don't want him to implement that drives them to this extent to keep Donald Trump out of office, right? But here's the thing. The American people are watching all this. This assassination attempt on Donald Trump has essentially guaranteed a win for the 2024 presidential election for Donald Trump. And if you disagree, please let me know in the comments. But I just don't see any other way for this to unfold here. Listen to what Tucker Carlson says here about why they don't want Donald Trump to be president and why they're so desperate.
You know what I mean? Like, they have decided, permanent Washington, both parties have decided that there's something about Trump that's so threatening to them, they just can't have him. They called.
So Donald Trump is a threat to them. So the question is, and the actual details really don't matter here. But clearly Donald Trump is a threat to them. So desperate times call for desperate measures, as they say. And it looks like they have literally just gotten so desperate that that they're willing to do pretty much anything to take him down and keep him from winning. They try to take Donald Trump off the ballots. You guys remember that. A lot of people there's a lot of information coming out about questioning a lot of the different elections that took place in 2020. Look at Georgia, look at Wisconsin, right? So all this news, all this information is coming out, and it keeps pointing to essentially manipulation, cheating. But of course, Joe Biden has come out just now and wanted to speak on today's event. So let's hear from Joe Biden. Let's see what he's got to say for himself.
Well, I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And so I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that people who, and we have more detail to come.
Do you guys think that the Secret Service did their job? I mean, seriously, guys, comment down below.
Relative to other people maybe injured in the audience, I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to give, if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. Everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I'm able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. So far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do. Okay?
Mr. President, do you think this was an assassination attempt?
What do you think?
I don't know enough to. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Are you worried, President, safety? With the security failing, Mr. President?
Well, I will go ahead and say yes. I mean, I can't. I don't think that this guy was out here, hunting deer on the rooftop during Donald Trump's rally. So anyway, guys, drop me some thoughts down below. If you haven't already, hit the like button for the video. I totally appreciate your support. Also, consider subscribing to the channel. I really do love sharing content with you guys and keeping you guys in the know of what's really going on. We're going to get down to the bottom of this. I promise you that. Keep Trump in your prayers and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys.